Hello fumigators. In this video, we address some questions pertaining to the nightclub that have been unironically debated very fiercely for more than 3 years now. For example, how to get the most profit out of the nightclub? Does the cap on Tony's cut make it more convenient to sell later? Is the nightclub profitable at all? Let's start with the basics. These are the 5 most profitable businesses, and they should be given priority before moving the nightclub technicians to the remaining 2. As you will find out soon, completing all the 7 products to their absolute limit is not ideal. You see, when you complete all the 7 products, only 1 or 2 technicians will be active in the final hours. Instead, if you sell the stock earlier and make space in the warehouse, you can make use of all 5 technicians again, and therefore make money at a faster rate. Furthermore, if you start with these 5 businesses, you will need to visit the nightclub to reassign the technicians only once, after 20 hours. Check out the video in the description to learn how to do this correctly. Let's get the first question answered. Does Tony's $100,000 cut limit make the nightclub more profitable the longer you wait? No, it doesn't. Never, after Tony's cut limit has been reached, the nightclub is more profitable than it is in the first 20 hours. So technically, if you sell every 20 hours, you will be making the most money possible out of this business. But is this really the best way to use the nightclub? Selling every 20 hours is one option, but if your goal is to make a lot of money quickly, you should probably minimize the time spent selling the nightclub stock, and instead work on heists. In other words, the nightclub is truly profitable only if you keep the amount of work to the bare minimum. However, at the same time, considering how expensive it is to set up, you probably don't want to run the nightclub just for pennies. So, we are looking to sell the stock sometime in the middle between 20 hours, i.e. when it's most profitable, and 67 hours, i.e. when it's least profitable. The money is made at 6 different rates during the 67 hours the nightclub requires to become full. As mentioned earlier, the first phase is the most profitable, and also the longest. If you sell after 20 hours, you will be making the most money, but you will also spend a lot of time driving trucks.
Alright! I'm a delivery boy!
As in the first phase you get to complete 3 of the 5 most profitable products. In the second phase the profit will go down a significant 43%. Or from $37,000 per hour to $21,000. This phase ends after 27 hours, when Tony's cut cap is reached, and for this reason we do not recommend to sell now. You should wait a bit longer because at this time, you haven't benefited of Tony's cut limit at all. The third phase ends after 35 hours when printing and copying stock is complete. Tony's cut limit made it more convenient to continue, so the payout increases to $25,000 per hour, which is a loss of just 32% compared to the main phase. Selling now is not a bad idea, as up to this point the warehouse makes use of 4 out of 5 technicians. The fourth phase ends after roughly 47 hours, when organic produce's stock is complete. Unfortunately, despite Tony's cut limit, you won't be making much money in this phase, because you will only have 3 active technicians. Still, $21,000 per hour is still pretty decent, so selling now is definitely an option too. In the 5th phase the warehouse only makes use of 2 technicians, so the income is significantly reduced. In these 11 hours you will lose 57% of the money compared to the main phase. For this reason, you should probably sell earlier than this, but if you aim to reduce the number of deliveries, selling now is still acceptable. After all, the nightclub makes free money. You don't have to work for it, so any amount is better than nothing. The 6th and final phase makes use of only 1 technician, so at this point the nightclub has basically stopped. In the last 8 hours, the nightclub will lose 79% of the income compared to the first 20 hours. Naturally, you should try not to exceed into this phase. So, to recap, selling after 20 hours, or at $830,000, will make you the most money, but it involves too much work. Instead, selling between 35 hours and 47 hours, or between 1.2 and 1.4 millions, is a more balanced approach, that is not overwhelming in terms of work, and that still earns money at a fairly high rate. Now we only have one question left to answer. Is the nightclub still profitable, even in 2021? Yes it is. The nightclub is expensive to set up, but it will make profit in the long run. Running this business only requires less than 15 minutes of work, for every million of profit. It will never make as much money as heists, but it is a source of extra income that is definitely nice to have. I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you next time. For updates on the video, check out the comments and the description box down below. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And if you want more, smash the subscribe button too. Also, come check out our new communities on Reddit and Discord. Thank you for watching.